It's your boy Aaron. And then your boy OG. Yours truly. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying son of a gun, woo. And I'm having a hard time holding these alligators. Y'all know what to do. Go ahead and assassinate suplex, pile drive, the perfect plex, leg drop, the people's elbow, that subscribe button. It'll mean a lot to the channel. Ring the bell. Do the karate slap, do the woo slap, whatever it is the cool guys say. All right. And I guess this is the time where we talk about the actual match. Where John Cena versus CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre versus Logan Paul versus Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins. I guess I'll start out with this. The match. I don't know. I don't know if Damian Priest should have been in there. Logan Paul should have definitely not been in there. Seth Rollins, CM Punk, John Cena, and Drew McIntyre were the ones carrying the match. I don't know if I remember a spot here. I don't know if I do. John Cena won. And I think he did a submission move, right, to CM Punk, and he passed out.
Yeah.
Who eliminated Drew McIntyre?
Damian Priest with a roll up.
Okay.
I
All right. Go ahead, guys.
I actually think this is one of the best Elimination Chambers that I've watched, in terms of just star power, and then in terms of also just pacing. Like I thought that everyone got like their little show, and when people got eliminated, it just felt like right on time. Like I just thought everyone was hitting their spots back to back, and I was never bored with this match. Like I feel like previously with most Elimination Chamber matches that I've watched, like there would be a lot of slow parts to it, where I'd kind of like not focus, or I'd kind of just like be like, okay, when's this next person gonna come out, or when's like this person gonna get eliminated. But I was always intrigued and always like literally thinking about, okay, what's this next spot, like who's gonna be fucking throwing hands. And it's mostly because everyone in there had some sort of feud. Like it wasn't just random guys fighting. Like there was storylines going on with when they would throw hands. Like Damian Priest eliminating McIntyre was like a long feud ongoing, and then like Logan Paul potentially eliminating, or not potentially eliminating, eliminating Damian Priest was setting up another potential feud with them. And then after that, it was just the CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and John Cena stuff, which I think was masterful and like a really good way to play on a bunch of different storylines. And like when someone was knocked out of the match, it was believable for the most part. Like a lot of times in Elimination Chamber matches or matches like that, I'll be like, why is that fool just rolling down on the floor for so long without like engaging? But when they did that, it was usually after big spots in this chamber. So I thought that was cool.
What do you think, Aaron?
I think for the first time in history, I'm going to agree with Guero that this match was, what would you say? Meh. Like,
Come on,
like, meh. Like you said, like I don't remember any big spots that they did. Like maybe Seth Rollins, some of this nasty back bumps that he took on the outside, but nothing crazy. John Cena going through the pod, we've seen that a million times, but like nothing special actually happened. Maybe because it was more storyline based. Now that we're closer to WrestleMania, we're setting up matches with Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, and Logan Paul, and like there were some cool moments in it, like Cena and Punk reuniting. Cena saying I missed you, and then Punk saying I miss you too, the hug, and then they started being the fuck at each other. But like nothing really happened. Nothing special happened until after the match.
Okay. Is there? I guess the best part of the Elimination Chamber was actually the turn, right? The heel turn. Is there anything else you guys want to add about the Elimination Chamber? The men.
I will just say that it was just good storylines. And it like it kind of eliminated all the worries that we had about who's gonna main event WrestleMania, like whether or not if John Cena is gonna be with Logan Paul, those type of things. Like it fucking just cut it all out and let us really know clearly what's gonna go down. So I thought that was cool and it like really served its purpose. And it felt like it was an actual PLE that mattered. Like I felt like Elimination Chambers in the past, like I was kind of like, like it didn't really matter too much. But this,
No way. How?
I don't know, but like this Elimination Chamber because of the storylines, like was kind of important, and like really set up something for WrestleMania.
I
Uh,
think. Go ahead, Aaron.
I feel like this PLE was a setup for WrestleMania.
Okay.
Like it was straightforward. These are the winners, and then from there we're gonna set up matches for Mania, which is probably what they were thinking with this show.
That's no excuse to not have a good match.
I mean,
Um,
there weren't bad matches. I'm not saying they were terrible. It just wasn't what we were expecting, I guess.
I think that one of the things that happened with this match is that it came at the tail end after the women's elimination chamber, after Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I think that, in terms of just entertainment purpose and just performance, in-ring performance, I thought it was one of the weaker ones. Storyline, it might have been super strong, but I think performance-wise, just the match itself, it was just overshadowed. I mean, and maybe we can use this to transition to the women's elimination chamber match. But go ahead, Omar.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Like that's the perfect shout. Like this actual in ring spot wise wasn't amazing, wasn't it like the best, but storyline wise it was really really good. But in ring, I think the women's elimination chamber was way better. So
The women's elimination chamber match was incredibly entertaining, and the women's division is just they're putting out an incredible product. Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair, Bailey, Naomi, and Roxanne Perez. I and I'll let you guys talk about the spots. There were several spots that I liked. Several spots that I liked. But I want earlier we talked about getting attached to a specific wrestler and really rooting for somebody. And this weekend just really solidified it for me. Liv Morgan. To me, she's probably my favorite performer besides Cero Miedo, I think, and besides Kevin Owens right now, and Sami Zayn. I thought that match was dope. I thought Sami Zayn is kind of climbing up there. But I think Liv Morgan is probably my favorite wrestler right now in the WWE. I don't know her story. I don't care about it. I just, every time I watch, whether it's a Raw house show or just a regular Raw on Netflix or a PLE, she throws putazos and she gets putazos and she is entertaining, bro. In this Elimination Chamber, I think she was the first one, um, and she stayed until the end. But she sold the shit out of the matches. I mean, she took some bumps. The end of that match was just I was tripping. I really like that match. I really hope. What's Liv Morgan's position right now? Does she have any belts or anything?
she's a tag team champion. Her third time winning that belt, and that's the most of all time. Say she's had a crazy year. She's been collecting belts and accolades a lot this year, and has it's kind of like unexpected in a way.
Aaron, has she been a champion, like a women's champion?
Yeah. After Mania 40, she attacked Rhea backstage on Raw, and
Hmm.
Rhea got actually hurt, so she was out for months. And then I believe, yeah, she won the title there and pretty much carried the whole year. Like you said, like with her performance, her selling, her being like a good heel, like everything, she's like a full package.
But
She came into it like this past year because she had to, because Rhea was on top, and she goes out and like, oh shit, we don't have a woman that's at her level, at Rhea's level. So she stepped up and did all of the work, and I mean, look where she is now. Like she's probably one of the best women's wrestlers in the company.
Wrestlers, outstanding. Outstanding. I don't know very much about her, but I am entertained. I find myself rooting for her. That's why I'm asking you guys. Like, I want her to be. I like Rhea. I like Rhea Ripley. I don't really care about Flair. I haven't seen her wrestle enough. Um, but I'd like to see her. I'd like to see her, and then Sky. I believe she won yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was dope. But yeah, so I'll turn it on over to you guys. What do you guys think of what did you guys think about this match? Now, this match had spots. There were putazos. There was like slams and everything everywhere. I mean, the hair whip, with the
The fucking
with the scar
noise.
and the
Yeah.
tummy. Dude, that shit was insane, bro. That hurt me. I was like, no, not Livy. Why?
Um, I will say I will also agree with you. Look at us, Aaron. We're agreeing with Weddle. What the fuck is
I
this,
know.
bro? What kind of
Well, we'll
You
pie?
see.
guys get tired? Wait. Don't you guys get tired of that? Don't you guys
This
get
is
tired of saying, "Hey, Weddle,
this.
you're right"?
I mean, this is only the first time for me and Aaron, and like I don't know, we've had like 20 videos already. So,
Y'all, y'all are wrong.
but I will say that Liv Morgan and Io Sky are my favorite performers right now. I think I said this on a group chat the other day. Like in both rosters, I think they are the best wrestlers, and they always show up. And like Liv had a picture on her social media where like her arms and everything was just so fucked up, bro. Like from the cage and all of that shit. Like she's a fucking warrior, bro. Like, and she goes out and she dominates. And I will also do a quick shout out to her man's Dominic Mysterio. She came out, which is actually a shout out to La Parca. They do a homage to La Parca with their vest. That has like the skulls and the skeleton stuff. So like she came out with that this
I didn't know
time.
that.
Yeah, all of Dom's gear is like a homage to luchadores in some way, shape, or form. Like each little part of it and stuff. So, but
Um, I'm rooting for your ass. Get off your ass, okay? Tag him, Aaron. At don't hashtag him.
I'll DM him.
Tag his ass. Dominic Mysterio. Stop being a little bia, okay?
he's Mr. Money in the
Stop.
Bank coming.
Don't be the Miss Elizabeth. Don't be the Miss Elizabeth to Liv Morgan. Don't. That hurts me. Okay. At some point, come on, you got to. Okay.
He's gonna do it just for you. He'll do it.
And tag Aaron. Tag it at Dom Mysterio. Stop being a little. Come on, Aaron. Come on, Dom. All right.
But I will say, even like Liv's storyline stuff, like when the beginning of that match when Naomi got her ass beat by Jade Cargill, like the reaction from us as fans in the crowd, I feel like would have been so different if anyone else would have started that match other than Liv, because Liv is able to do the character work on the side that is really able to sell the whole thing. Like, no, it's not me, it's not me. And then fucking Jade Cargill goes and fucking destroys Naomi. And then Liv is out there fucking talking shit to Bianca while Bianca's like fucking like freaking out and like, no, all of that stuff. And like that really sells everything. So I think that's brilliant, and really what makes Liv go to an upper echelon is her character work.
Before I turn it over to Aaron, I do want to say, Dom, do you see how Liv Morgan throws hands? Okay, and she dishes it and receives it. You can do that too. You can perform.
Look, say what you
Proceed.
will about Dom, but no one else could take an ass beating like him, bro. This
I
man.
want him to kick ass.
There we go. There we go.
That's not the point. I want him to kick ass.
I feel this is the heel me now. This match also was
First of all, you're always a heel, but
yeah,
let's go.
was meh. I mean, I'll give him this. It was better than the men's chambers match, but like again, there wasn't anything special. There wasn't no big spots. I feel like Jade Cargill attacking Naomi at before the match took everybody here, and then throughout the match, which is going like this. Like yeah, it had good spots with the hair whip and some cool moves, but like, again, to me it wasn't an okay match. But someone that did stand out to me was Alexa Bliss because
Okay.
her movements, they just look so smooth. Like she's been out for a long time, and for her to come in and just move the way she does and execute everything is was like perfect. Like she stood out to me a lot in
Uh,
this
So
match.
I was looking forward to seeing her. Aaron, can you talk to us about the Naomi ass beating? What happened there? Why?
Okay, so before Survivor Series, um, it was Bianca and Jake Cargill that were tag champs, so they were a tag team, and someone attacked Jade backstage and took her out, but no one knew who it was. And for the longest time, people were saying, "Oh, it was Liv and Raquel who did it," but no one actually knew until like um so Saturday, Jade Cargill came out and Liv was freaking out like, "Oh, it wasn't me," and she went straight to Naomi and beat her ass. So that's probably so it was probably her that took her out. I don't know if it was jealousy or I don't know. And we still don't know if Bianca was also involved. We still don't know. So there's still a lot of questions that hasn't been answered yet. But
yeah, and
uh,
Naomi ended up taking over the tag title with Bianca after Jade. So that's kind of where like they're intertwined and everything. So there might be this whole bit where Naomi might have just got rid of Jade Cargill for the tag title situation. But we don't, like Aaron said, we don't know.
So what would, in your opinion, make both of these matches better? The Elimination Chamber matches, both for the men and the women. What do you guys
uh,
think would improve? How would improve these matches?
bigger spots use the cage as a weapon. Yes, they did. You know, pushing their face on the chains and
Mhm.
throwing them off outside the ring onto the padding. But like, I feel like there could have been more creative ways to use this chamber and and make the matches a little bit better.
And
What do you think, Omar?
and I will say that like the women did a much better job of using the cage in creative ways than the men. Like one of the spots that isn't necessarily a brutal spot, but I thought was pretty interesting was Bailey rolling out of submission and using the cage to break apart that submission. Like I think it was Roxanne's submission, and also Roxanne used the cage to just do a neck breaker. Like she like reversed the move and then she fucking just
Mhm.
like bah literally just toss. So like just using the cage to uplift simple as moves like that I think is like a dope way to do it, and I think the women did it better than the men in this match. Like even the hair whip on top of the pod is much better than a hair whip on the floor. Like small little things like that to use the pod in creative ways go a long, long way. And like I thought that it was better in that way, but
I will say that Liv Morgan, anytime there was a spot, she was always there. Just saying.
yeah,
Um,
like the spot that was crazy. Like Bianca just had her in a fucking powerbomb position, and I think this is the second year that she fucking does it, where she just like gets fucking tossed. I know they put their arms there, but still, it doesn't make it any fucking better, bro. That you're getting fucking yeeted back and forth from the fucking like pod to the fucking like thing. Like Jesus Christ, like
how strong is that woman, though? What do you guys think of Bailey?
I
Aaron, go
love
ahead.
Bailey.
Man, man, I love Bailey, but like, I don't know. They gotta do something different with her. I feel like she's kind of her character is kind of stale. Like she has the qualities and the skills to be on top of the division, but I feel like she had to do something different to get her up there.
So you're saying that is it your her in ring performance that you're okay with? It's just everything outside of it that you're not.
Yeah, like character wise, like let's do something. Let's maybe turn heel or like anything to make her stand out again.
Okay.
And I agree because in ring, like I always feel like anytime she comes out, I'm like even I wasn't the biggest Bailey fan, and then I seen her in ring, I'm like, damn, she's fucking goes, bro. Like she's amazing anytime she's in a pure just wrestling match. And I feel like if Aaron, like Aaron said, if they just switch her up in some way, like change her gimmick, change her style, something like it'll make her character go a little bit more.
So, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I want y'all to explain to me. I thought Sami Zayn was gonna win just because I think he's the face, but he didn't. And he just got his ass kicked. Everybody got their ass kicked. So, Aaron, I know you like these kind of matches. What you got?
Man, again, like I love this match. Like the violence, the brutality, the use of weapons. Like I just loved it. What I like too is that they went into the crowd and saw like I think it was Kevin Owens got put through tables. And something that I've never seen before is that like they didn't clear the tables. Like they had shit on it. So like when he went through the table, you just see this big explosion of things and just made it like look 10 times better. And they did it twice. So that's something neat that I noticed. And also the table spot on the outside of the ring where Samuel goes through it through two tables. That was pretty cool. And probably my favorite spot was that chair with the barbed wire where he sets it up and Kevin runs towards Sammy and Sammy just kind of trips him and this dude goes face first into it. Like he didn't put his hands up or anything. Like he went face first into this barbed wire and I was surprised that he didn't start bleeding because that was real barbed wire. So that was another a cool spot that I enjoyed.
He was screaming there. He was grabbing his face, right? He's going, ah! I
Yeah.
thought this popped his freaking shit here.
The only
Um,
thing the only thing I didn't like though was, bro, turn on the lights, bro. I can't see. Like Triple H, bro. You can afford fucking lights on, bro.
so one of the spots that I liked was I don't know what to call it, was a wrestling move onto the chairs. That was insane.
Was it on the
Somebody got
like when he bridged them, like on
no,
two chairs and
oh,
then
no, when the chairs was just it was just set up, and somebody got tossed onto it, and the chair just freaking collapsed. It had a big ass.
yeah, it was like kind of like a sidewalk slam or yeah, I know what you're talking about.
There was a couple like that. Yeah, that was insane, man. The level of violence. Now, why did Kevin Owens win? Like, why did he win? Is it because to set up the Randy Orton thing?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
because he's been losing recently, just as a heel. So like this is the type of match that he needed to win in order to like keep him as a credible heel. Because he's been talking a lot of shit, and people have been saying that he's dangerous. And if you don't win, if you don't destroy someone, then are you really dangerous? Like, are you really someone that like people need to look out for? That someone like Randy needs to look out for? So it was just kind of building that up.
So he can be a heel. So they
he's
want to build him
strong
up to
heel.
be this dominant heel.
Yeah, make it believable.
This crazy guy that will destroy careers, that will like fuck you up in whatever match. And that's kind of why they've been doing these extreme matches, which I think is a really good way to build his character in that heel. It's like he will do crazy shit and he will fuck you up. It doesn't matter if you fuck him up too, he's gonna fuck you up more. So
When he dropped Sami Zayn into that corner, man, into the edge of the ring, bro, that shit was it was insane. I don't know, man. I did want to ask you guys, is it sustainable? Is this all that Kevin Owens does? Is it sustainable?
I, I,
It's it's one of the things he can do. He can put on a 5-star match easily with no weapons because he has the in-ring ability to do so. Because he's been doing like he can do like a fucking backflip. That fool's like not supposed to do that. Like some dude his size is not supposed to do that. So like that's one of his. I'm gonna say it's one of his strengths, but he can also put up a good match in the ring, like a regular one-on-one wrestling match.
And before you sneak in there, Omar, I want to say this. Could this guy, could John Cena turn into a heel like him?
I don't know
Oh
if he
yeah.
would
Oh,
turn into one like him, but he would uh, rival him in a way where he's dangerous, but not necessarily like in that unhinged, violent way. If that makes sense.
Why not? Why not be unhinged?
I think he could be unhinged, but not in the Kevin Owen way. Like I just think that's like a different
You think
character that they're building.
yeah,
Yeah, but I like I mentioned earlier, I do want John Cena to be unhinged, where he just jumps someone in the fucking back lot, those type of things. But I think this is, I think they're trying to let people know that this is something else that KO could do outside of putting a 5-star match, like how Aaron said. So
how long has this guy been? Because this is one of the guys that also stick out to me, Kevin Owens, and as far as his in-ring performance. Admittedly, I've only watched two of his fights, two of his matches. But what do you guys think of him? Are you guys is this guy is this his stick to be this angry, aggressive, violent wrestler that doesn't really have championship aspirations?
I mean, kinda, because he's been doing these like crazy extreme matches even before he joined WWE. He's been doing them in the independent scene. He did them in ROH, and once he got called up to NXT and signed with WWE. That's kind of where like he kind of went away from that for a bit and like worked on his, promos and his in-ring work and actually learn how to put a WWE match because WWE matches are different from any other company or in the independent show. Like there's a WWE style, just like there's a Mexican style, there's a European style, there's a WWE style. So he kind of went away from that to learn the WWE style, and he's been thriving in it. So now that he's good at that, he's kind of coming back to his origins of being this extreme and ruthless persona.
For the uninformed, what's the story between RKO, Randy Orton? Because I like Randy Orton. I like Randy Orton. What's the story between Randy Orton and him? Why did he react the way he did? Why did he go, like what is it? What's going on there?
so they were tagging for a little bit. When Randy came back, Randy's first bit of action was with KO as a tag team, and then later as they fought together in a triple threat at WrestleMania for the U.S. title. So like they were really cool, and KO said he always looked up to Randy. And that kind of came to a head with the whole Cody, KO, Randy Orton storyline. And KO actually ended up doing a package pile driver on Randy Orton, and that's like been the reason why Randy has been out for
Okay.
a cool while. So.
So Randy Orton is one of my favorite guys. I like him because he's a face, right? Is he a face? But not really, you know. I remember he used to RKO people. I remember that he was a legend killer. That was his thing. Um, what's gonna be the storyline here, Aaron, between these two guys?
I
Is it
mean,
just exactly what Omar said?
yeah, like they were tagging, and then Kevin Owens felt betrayed that um Randy was supporting Cody, align himself with the bloodline because for like the past 5 years, the Roman Reigns has been making everybody's lives miserable. So he kind of felt betrayed, and he took him out. Now that he's back, I feel like there should be a good program leading up to WrestleMania. Maybe a like an Extreme Rule match or a regular match. It doesn't matter with these two guys. They can put up a good match and a good storyline.
I did want to say, I was tripping with the first Kevin Owens match versus who was it?
Cody.
Oh man, with Cody Rhodes. And then I was tripping with this match. I don't know if you could ever get used to that kind of violence. It was a lot of good spots. The intensity. I actually like the dimming of the ring. Um, I thought that was a nice little spin off there, a nice little pivot off the usual. I thought it was very entertaining, a very entertaining match. And both of them can throw hands. Sami Zayn, I didn't really know much about him. I think I saw him in a match. I didn't really care for him, but now I do. Like now I'm a little more. I'm willing to pay more attention to him, I should say.
And one thing I will add about the spots in these matches is that what I liked is that they were sudden. Like a lot of the big spots and a lot of matches like that, you could see them coming in a way. Like they set them up. It takes a while to set them up on the table. But like Aaron said, that double table spot, like it was off of a reversal that I like had to rewind. I was like, "What the fuck? Did he go through the tables?" Like I wasn't expecting that. Or like the one where you tripped him up and he went straight to the barbed wire, like that was just out of nowhere, like on a dime, and like that's what makes those spots a little bit more, is like they're not just these big anticipation spots, they're like boom, like fucking quick and sudden, and it makes them feel violent.
That's what I was gonna say about this. This match was spot after spot after spot after spot after spot. It was dope in that regard.
Or like even the bit that Aaron pointed out had the fact that they didn't even clear the fucking tables. Like that was just how fucking sudden it was. They just hit a move and boom, straight to the fucking tables twice. Like that's cool, like that's a real street fight. It had like the sense of urgency that like only me and Aaron used to have during our street matches back in the day, bro. Like me and this fool used to fucking go crazy. Like, we would just grab shit fucking in the living room, bro. Like it didn't fucking matter. Like it felt just seamless.
Yeah. All right. Anything else about this?
I'm just excited. Randy's back finally.
Where has he been? What's his deal?
He's been out injured.
He's probably on vacation.
Injured.
Yeah, he's probably just chilling. He's a part timer.
Chilling at home. Yeah.
Yeah, like.
But so he's been out, whatever the reason. Let's assume that he's been injured because this is
Well, he was
predetermined.
injured storyline. Because he got
Okay.
package power drive by Kevin Owens.
Fun fact about Randy Orton is that he likes female rappers, but like he's really into the like rap game right now. Yeah, Glorilla. He's the sexy red. It's all funny.
All right. Anything else about this? Nia Jax, Candice LeRae, Trish Stratus, my girl, and Tiffany Stratton. I will say that I appreciated Nia Jax's that she would go because she was making fun of my girl there, and I didn't appreciate that very much. But I appreciated the heel work. I did, and I think she grabbed Trish Stratus and whacked her really hard. I want to say that Trish Stratus is not used to those kind of putazos. She got whacked onto the turnbuckle. But go ahead, guys.
And I will say that that's one of the things that's been impressing me about Trish in her last few times that she's come out. Like she's taken a lot of crazy bumps, man, that I haven't really been expecting. So shout out to Trish, but I guess she's one of the greatest of all fucking time, So I guess I should put some respect on her name and know that when she comes out, she's gonna go. So even if it was just a simple tag match, she still was taking a beating for like 5 to 10 minutes from Nia and Candice during this match, and I was like, damn, like fucking like Trish, get the tag, please, like get Tiffy.
When they hit her, oh, not her face.
Yeah, not the moneymaker or whatever, as they say.
What do you think of my girl Trish and your girl Nia Jax, Aaron?
I'm gonna be completely honest, and no disrespect to the people involved in this match, but I didn't watch it.
Proceeds to disrespect them.
I didn't watch it. Like the only reason I didn't watch it was because I didn't watch it live. So I got home pretty late and I started the PLE. I watched the women's chamber, and then I believe the match was next, and it was like fucking 12 a.m. So I was fighting my sleep. So I fucking skipped over and right over to the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn match, 'cause that was the match I wanted to see. So
I watched it because of Trish, bro. Go ahead.
And I could see why Aaron would skip it, because it was kind of like run of the mill in terms of you have Trish, who's a legend, and Tiffany, who's the up and coming, and you're just passing the torch, So it's like you kind of know what you're gonna get with this match.
it was a filler match.
So that was this match then. It was a passing of the torch then, because I know Omar's been doing the whole shit here. Is that what that is here? Was that the reason, the purpose behind this match? And also so I can be excited about Trish again.
Yeah, like I think like a lot of times whenever there's a big up and coming superstar and they have a belt, they usually have them tag with someone, another face or a big historical person, to kind of just let the company and the world know like this is our person now. Like we're gonna have faith in this person. Like I used this example back in another episode, but like when John Cena tagged with Shawn Michaels, like that is kind of like it, like it's our old guy and our new guy, and here's this big hurrah that's gonna make all the fans happy, and they're gonna whip this heel, that type of thing. So
Oh, it's time to take control.
you gotta do that, bro.
I Jackson's going, "Ooh," and I was like getting mad, bro.
You're like, "Oh."
Yeah, so all right, fellas. Anything else?
I will say that Tiffany played the face role really well. Like when she came in with the hot tag and she dominated, like she got the crowd going and did her spot. So that was cool. Shout out Tiffy time.
Is she not a heel? Is she not a face?
She, she was a heel before, and I think since she's been getting her belt, like the fans just have been messing with her so much that she's like turning into a heel or into a face. But I'm not sure.
And also Charlotte Flair coming back and her winning the Royal Rumble and people booing her kind of shifted and made Tiffany the face.
Now, I did want to ask you guys this question. You guys have brought it up. Do you guys really feel so? Charlotte Flair got the reception that she got, and earlier you guys mentioned that Triple H and the new WWE, they listen to the people now. Do you think whatever plan they had for Charlotte Flair, maybe they don't have it after the reception she got? Do you think they might consider changing it?
Not necessarily change it, but like go with the flow. I feel like the original plan was to Charlotte to come back as a face, but now that they saw that I got a poor reaction from the crowd and she's getting booed, like I feel like they're gonna go with it and make the best out of it. Because I feel like for me personally, I feel Charlotte Flair is at her best as a heel. Like I didn't really pay attention to her while she was wrestling, but like I would see her a lot when she was a heel, and I feel like her as a heel and then Tiffany as a face who actually helped Tiffany kind of rise up to the level that maybe a real is as a fan favorite. So I feel like not necessarily change it, but kind of go with the flow with how people are reacting.
So, one other point. Did you guys miss Roman Reigns?
I don't want to say miss, but I know a lot of people were saying, "Oh, why is Roman in this PLE or in the
No,
chamber
before. That was
match?"
before. What about during? Did you guys miss him? Did you guys think, man, Roman Reigns would have made this show better? Man, if only Roman Reigns would have been in here. Did you guys
I
think that at all?
I didn't think that.
Honestly, at
On
Chile. I know how you
honestly,
guys feel.
honestly, I didn't think that because it just didn't make sense to him being in the chamber match because of
Okay.
what's going on with the whole Cena and the Punk and Roman regardless is gonna be wrestling at WrestleMania, but again, I didn't think that he belonged in this on this show.
What do you think, Omar? Did you
And
miss Roman Reigns?
I didn't miss him in the terms that like I we didn't need him in this show, like Aaron was saying. Like, and Roman Reigns' impact is to the point where he doesn't have to be at every PLE in order for it to be important, in order for me to be happy with what he puts out. Like, and also I think that's a testament to the roster and to the people that are in the WWE right now. Like one of your main guys, arguably the main guy for the past 20 years, not arguably, or like was for the past 10 years, doesn't even show up to this PLE, and you could still have a badass show. Like, and that I
That's why I
don't.
was asking the question. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know if there's been any time since when me and Aaron have watched that it's been like that in the WWE. Like back in the day, if John Cena wasn't there, like what was or Batista or or these type of guys, like what was the point, you know? But like now you could have a full PLE that is good from more or less from start to finish, and that doesn't need, even if Cody wasn't even in this, like didn't have a match, all he had was like a 15-minute segment, you know, like
And got kicked in the dick.
and he got kicked in the dick, exactly, like and that just shows like how good the product is in comparison to back then.
All right, fellas. Anything else? I think we're good.
Protect y'all dicks.
You got to make that into a clip, man.